my name is Liz Foster from HR Reporter. I'm here covering the HRPA conference for HR This Week. I'm here right now at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre with keynote speaker Frans Johansson. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so I'd love if you could tell us a little bit about your keynote speech.
Sure. So I just came off the stage and I talked about basically how success is far more unexpected, random, serendipitous than we would even like to think or dare to believe. Because we tend to believe that all you really need is to be really brilliant or have analyzed something really deeply. But the truth is that when you go and look at the sort of beneath the surface of these stories of how companies become successful, individuals become successful, it really consists of unexpected moments. I call them click moments, where something could have gone one way or another, and they got essentially lucky. I talk about YouTube on there. YouTube started as a dating site. You know, you go in, you look at the market, you think you have a really great idea, and the whole concept was, you take a video of yourself and you upload it, and then people vote whether or not they want to date you. It's a really bad idea. Okay, then one night, two of the founders went to dinner. They filmed that dinner, and they had nowhere to easily share that video. And the third founder was kind of trying to find a video of Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction in Super Bowl about 10 years ago. They met up, they're like, wait a minute, we want to upload videos and share videos. Our software does that. Why don't we do that instead? And that became YouTube. That's a click moment. That's unexpected. That wasn't planned. If they could have planned it, they wouldn't have done the dating site. Throughout life, we find these connections. So my talk was about that this unexpectedness of success is what drives innovation. And then how do you then take advantage of it? How do you take advantage of serendipity? How do you take advantage of the unexpected? That was sort of the second half of the talk.
Okay, and so how should we recognize those click moments?
Well, I talk a lot about surprise. So if something has happened to you that you didn't expect, it tells you that it wasn't planned. It's just that oftentimes we ignore these insights. We think that they are not relevant, but in fact they set us up for it. At the session, for instance, I talked about Pfizer and how then in the mid-'80s they were working on a heart drug, and the heart drug wasn't very good, and yet many of the test subjects wanted more of the drug. And Pfizer tried to figure out why that was, and it turns out that this drug had a side effect that allowed these men who took the drug in particular to rise to the occasion. Well, that became Viagra, the most successful drug of all time. They could have ignored it. They could have said, we got to focus on the heart drug. But instead they went, this is a surprise. And the surprise tells us that we hit upon something unexpected, unlikely. And that is what makes us stand apart. If it's expected, everybody else is doing it. But if it's unexpected, it means that we can stand apart. So click moments are often surprising.
And I'm hoping you could tell us a little bit about your Medici group and the work that you're doing.
So once sort of these ideas and concepts started taking off, a lot of companies and organizations and governments were saying, how do we incorporate these? How do we actually make use of these ideas in a deeper way? And so I created a Medici group exactly for that. It's my company's headquartered in New York, but we operate all over the world. And what we do is we help organizations innovate specifically by bringing together people from different departments, divisions, breaking down silos across cultures, countries. And the purpose of that is to create unexpected insight, serendipitous insight. And once that has happened, we say, okay, now you have to drive that through to execution, but not by putting a $10 million budget behind it, but by putting, say, a $10,000 budget behind it, and seeing if that works or doesn't. So the Medici Group is a way for us to help companies basically innovate through diversity.
Well, thank you again so much for taking time to speak with us today.
Thank you. Fantastic.